Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What I do what I do for you. I got a nice one for you today. Let's get this party started. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message is in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get all right thinkers to know thyself. Right thinkers' goal should be to know thyself. Okay? One hand wash the other, both hand wash the face. Let's keep our face clean, right thinkers? So let's get to the question. Do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. That's what I do for you. Appreciate you too. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, right, thinkers, reside in you. Know thyself and always to Mayat be true. I'm going into the next lesson where we just talk about meditation. Now I'm going to ask you or try to explain to you the purpose of a meditative life. And I had it written down. Okay, how to live a meditative lifestyle. I ain't like that. And then I came up with you live a meditative lifestyle. Why? Because you're in the pursuit of happiness. And happiness is knowing thyself. Let's talk about it. See if I can break it down. Hope it makes sense to you. Let's go. Now, a meditative lifestyle should be developed on your terms, along with your formal meditation practice. Again, two separate entities. This means what? That acting in such a way that there is what? A greater and greater what? Detachment from what? Worldly objects and situations, and a greater independence and peace within starts to arise. The less you do the nonsense going down, the better you do coming up. Why? Because now you're starting to rise, and that kundalini is starting to work when you start doing what? Good deeds and righteous actions. This can only happen, it can only occur how? When there is a keen understanding. Excuse me. Sorry about that. My son had to answer that one. Some things you just got to take care of. He's doing his thing. He got some things he's doing for me. So, excuse me. But now, this can only occur when there is a keen understanding of what? One's deeper self and the nature of the world of what? Human experiences, along with formal meditation practices and other activities which will do what? Promote physical health. That means a good diet and exercise. Put a pin right there. When you understand the lessons that I'm giving you, that means you can implement them, you can manifest them for yourself. That's the whole purpose of me giving it to you, and the goal for you to take it and use it. I'm trying to make it usable for you, so I try to break it down, make it simple for you to understand. And anybody who don't understand what I'm giving to you, you can always download the question. I'll answer it for you a little bit better if that's what you need. I don't mind tutoring. I like to enlighten. I like to educate. So I don't want you to be confused or misinterpret or misunderstand what I'm trying to give to you, because you need to understand it to use it. Now, ordinarily, people do things what? In order to gain somewhat objective, or to what? Derive some pleasure or some kind of reward. Right there. Stop. I tell you, right thinkers, we offer a selfless service. I give you knowledge. I give it to you daily. I don't charge you for that. It's telling you, if you doing something for something, I'll call you the devil because you're a deal maker. I don't make deals. Neither do him. Now, from a yoga philosophical point or a Buddhist perspective, there are what you call doers of action. What that mean? Again, let me explain that to you so you understand. I ask people questions. Are you a doer or are you a non-doer? Oh, I'm a doer. You're ignorant. Again, before you know something, how you going to answer for it? Well, I didn't know what you're talking about, but you answered. Okay? So get understanding. And when you get a keen understanding, you're good to go. But the whole point is, let me break down what a doer of action is. I'm a non-doer. You'll see what I mean in a minute. The act out of what? The unconscious and subconscious desires arising in the mind at any given time and are thus beset with what? A perpetual state of, you ready? Unrest and agitation. You always looking forward to something. You always got something going on. And when it don't work out, you hold a state of depression, agitation, and unease, frustration. Why? Because you're looking for something. You do somebody a favor. You lend somebody money. You're looking to get that money back. Some people with interest. This is what I credit people for. They don't give you the money, but they want it back with interest. Okay. So when you worry about a whole bunch of nonsense and that's all you're dealing with, you're constantly what? Uneasy. You're uncomfortable. And when you start to understand it, living a meditative way of life, here you go. What that means, right, thinkers? Here you go. That means your actions are always affirmations of what? Your higher knowledge and awareness, and not based on your unconscious desires and emotions of your mind. What that mean? Again, I'm about to break it down. When you're doing something for the right reason, I do the right thing because that's what I should do. That's what I need to do to earn what? My blessings for what? Doing what's right. Not how I feel, not what I want, but what's right. When you start living on that premise, your consciousness will raise. Why? Your whole vibration. You're a better person. Why? You ain't out here making deals. Every time you do something, you look for something in return. A selfless service is what we offer. If you're not doing that, you're not doing right thing in philosophy correctly. Simple as that. I don't look for nothing in return when I give you knowledge. Appreciation, a due, subscription, or a view, but that's it. Moving on. I have a purpose. Now, the purification in this discipline only comes how? You ready? Practice. Sorry. How the Iverson. We talking about practice. Yeah, every day I'm practicing what? For greatness. I haven't stopped in the last 5 years. I ain't reached it yet, but guess what? I'm still practicing. My best disciple, he got 5 years in. He's still practicing. See where I'm going with this? I've been 35 years in this craft, in this concept. I'm still practicing. Living as you get older. Every day you're practicing. See where we're going with this? Now, where we at? Now, when this art of selfless service, right thing philosophy, is perfected, what happens? You, the practitioner and the operator of it, you will be referred to as, you ready? A non-doer. Not that you don't do. No, you don't do it for a reason. You don't do it for a reward. You do it because it's the right thing to do. That's why I do what I do for you. That's the right thing to do for me. Everybody got their different right thing for them. So find out what you like to do the right thing, and you operate on that premise. That's all. And you get good at it. Why? Because you practice. You become a non-doer. So now, what a non-doer? A non-doer. Now, this is because even though they may be doing, again, many things in their life, and that's what we do daily, but in reality, what? They have discovered, because even, let's give me that the true rewards in doing something of life is to what? Do not depend on the outcome or reward of the activity and the fruits of it to be rewarded for doing it. If If I do it, it's for the right reason. If you're doing something positive, count me in. Why? I'm going to try to aid and assist any way I can. And ain't looking for nothing in return. Oh, you got to pay me because no, I don't got that much nonsense. Okay? Again, I'm a non-doer. Now, the main difference, watch this, between a doer and a non-doer, I just try to explain it to you, but here we go again, is that the doer is driven by what? Desires, selfish pleasures, aka ego. Okay? While the non-doer is indifferent to the desires of the mind and the fruits of what? The actions they are performing. I could care less. I get a lesson. Really, how many views I get? It used to, get me. I done got better at that. Why? I'm just doing what I do. Whatever happened after that don't make a difference to me. 500 views, 10 views. That's how it go. Hey, it is what it is. But I don't concern myself with that. When it's good, oh, I'm excited. When the numbers are, oh, I'm depressed. No. These are all lessons. I just give them. Moving on. So I've advanced past that egoistic nonsense where I'm gauging by how many views I get. Don't work that way for me. Trust me, I'm a non-doer. That's what non-doers do without looking for something in return. Moving on. Thus, watch this. The non-doer acts out of what? Wakefulness. I know what I'm doing. While what? The doer acts out of what? Desire filled mind. They want something. They're going to do something. That guy right there, oh, he was the ultimate doer. And usually he going to be doing you. I'm a non-doer. I won't do you. That's the difference. Trust me. Big difference. All right. My mom be loving this around now. But the non-doer, okay, I just read that, excuse me. But here we go. Thus, now you got what? The non-doer can never be what? Disappointed or made unhappy or impressed with accolades. Why? Because of his situation in life. While the doer, watch this, always what? Engage in a roller coaster. I can tell you that's the serpent. That's not good. Of what? Elation, depression, happiness, sorrow. See? Joy and pain. That railroad, that roller coaster is duality. But when you perfect how to do what it is you need to do, you can smooth it out. Okay? That's the concept of meditation, to bring you down from that up and down nonsense. So if you're a doer, you're a roller coaster rider, etc. And all these things is done for pleasure. And once they get the pleasure, they don't get the pleasure, now they got to suffer the pain. If what you do is based on the outcome, you're going to have issues. Trust me. So never finding any abiding peace when you are a doer. Why? You're always looking for something. You're always expecting something. When you don't get it, you're unhappy. When you get it, you're elated. Again, that's the roller coaster. Sorry about that. Now, the non-doer does what? He acts out of what? Necessity, and is what? Primarily concerned with what? Experiencing what? The moment fully, while carrying out the present task to perfection. I'm only happy when I'm getting on in front of this camera and get the information I've been sitting here studying, going over, perfecting it, getting ready to go live and give it to you. I'm at my best when I'm doing that. Some people, that's my thing. Okay. Now, and I'm only working towards what? Perfecting the skill that I use to teach, to get messages out, to get my point across. That's it. I ain't trying to be a movie star. Oh, look at me. Right. I don't shuck and jive. I don't tell jokes. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to enlighten you. Moving on. I know what I'm doing. Not a necessity. I think somebody needs what I have to offer. So as long as I'm offering, as long as you tune in, I'm going to continue to offer. When you stop tuning in, I'll stop offering. Okay? Moving on. And that's the whole scenario. We got prisons. If we as a people stop committing crimes, what happened to the prisons? When you understand how to shut something down, you come together as a people. Remember the bus boycott? We can boycott a whole lot of stuff if we came together and want to do it. But that's a far-fetched dream. I feel like Martin Luther King. I got a dream of us doing something together. Picture that. All right, but that's the concept I come up with. Now, When you're not worried about the rewards for your task, you're doing it for the right reasons. He would never do that. He getting something from you. Thus, it may be said what? That for the non-doer, there is an immediate reward. How? Because peace and joy, whereas the doer is always looking for the future or the past and missing the present. Why did he call the present? The gift of joy and happiness from doing something for somebody, that's the present. And that's what you get for doing the right thing. A present. Live in it, understand it, and enjoy it. Bask in it. As y'all say, this is the day that the Lord made. Yeah, all that good stuff. But y'all don't have a clue what you're saying. It sound good. Spitting verses and not know what they mean is ridiculous. Moving on. But their peace, okay, the non-doer, peace and happiness, watch this, does not come from what? Expectations of doing something for reward of the future, nor do they what? Experience sorrow due to what? The same negative situation which occurred in the past. Monday morning quarterback is going back over what you did and wishing you could have done something different. It don't work that way. And that's why they haven't won their game yet. So they have what? Discovered what? A deep experience in what? The present, which what? Transcends what? Both the past and the future. Ding, ding, ding. Thus, watch this. They experience a what? A unique form of peace and happiness. We call it bliss. In an eternal present, which at the now, which is not what? Affected by what? Various ups and downs of life. Trust me. Now, let's get a quick understanding of adversities. Adversity and prosperity. Again, hand in hand. You gotta have one, you gotta have the other one. Adversity and prosperity are what? An integral part of what? Human existence. The belief that life can be or should be only to be composed of happy, don't work that way. Duality takes care of that. If you got joy, what you gonna get? Pain. If you got happy, you're gonna have what? Sadness. Or you gonna have positive situation is a factor of philosophical ignorance. And watch this. And a lack of what? Self-reflection on history means if you don't learn nothing from it, you're going to repeat it. A wise person, which is all my right thinkers, realizes what? That the life is full of what? Adverse as well as prosperous situations. It don't come just one way. I hope you're understanding that. But now, while trying to promote what? The prosperous situations, we all try to do that, make it all good. There must be what? An expectation of what? You ready? Adversity as well. Come on now. Don't pick and choose when you want to be philosophical or analytical. Use it. That's what it's for. It shouldn't change. Numbers don't care. Numbers are honest. So when you get your understanding, when you observe, you make the good decision based on what you see, what you know, your discernment, go for it. If you hemming and hawing, you ain't sure, that means you don't know. Moving on. Watch this. Now, while trying to promote the prosperous, excuse me, I'm tongue tied. Now, trying to promote the prosperous situation, there must be adaptation of adversity. Well, watch this. Now, that's understood. This wisdom, which is duality, Maya, it leads to what? The understanding, again, understanding that the world and worldly situations cannot be what? Relied upon as a source of what? Your personal happiness. Object, things, and situations, people, not happiness. It's temporary, illusionary. Get used to it. And watch this. There will arise what? There will always arise what? Some situation which will what? Will bring any form of what? Worldly prosperity to an end. If you got it, you can lose it. If you obtain it, you can lose it. Anything that you can have in the world can be taken away. But what's internal, they can't have it. As the master mason, when the ruffian wanted the password from the master, they said, if you don't give us the word, we're going to kill you. Okay. My life, you can take. My integrity, never. I love that. So if you think you gonna stop me from teaching right thinking philosophy, you crazy as all get up. Okay? Don't even say it. Do what you're gonna do. Don't even tell me. Just do it. How about that? Let me wrap this up. I done got all excited. All right, here we go. So therefore, a wise person, aka right thinker, does not become attached to what? Worldly objects, people, or situations, even while what? Being involved with them in various situations. Get it? You feel me? During your normal course of what? Lifetime. I don't care. I'm going to do, think, and feel the best I can for me. You got to do you. Now, let me wrap this up. Generally, societal beliefs that what actions are to be performed for a goal of attaining some objective, while it should yield you a reward. But that's the societal thing. Everybody wants something. The societal socialized process teaches, watch this, you the individual to seek to what? Perform actions. Why? Because this is the way to attain something which will cause you happiness. That's a lie. Ain't the first one they told you to get you believe, but I can tell you, don't go for that one. This is the predicament of what? The masses. And they call y'all ignorant. How about that? If somebody address you as ignorant, you should be insulted. 85% of the people they claim is ignorant. I don't concern myself. Why? I'm not in that number. Who you think you are? 5%. Quick breakdown. 85 mass ignorant people don't know, don't care, but they'll just go with whatever. 10% will lead them wherever they want them to go for a price. I on the half the five. On the other hand, is the 5% who know the truth, and I'm going to give it to you. I don't have no fee for knowledge. It don't cost you nothing but your time, effort, and energy. That's what you can spend. Anything else is wasted time. I don't need your money to teach you or enlighten you. Trust me. Moving on. Let me wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in to get the lesson I given to you for that purpose. Where we at? Now this is we did that. This is the predicament that people. Watch this. This is the predicament of what? The masses, the ignorant masses, the people, again, who have not studied a thing. Yoga, right thinking, anything, mysteries, philosophies such as Buddhism, my favorite, Shita Netta, right thinking philosophy, or Vedanta. Why? The following line, I'm going to wrap it up with this. From the Declaration of Independence. How about this? Watch this. This is going to be good. Illustrates this point succinctly. They followed one part. We held these truths, spiritual truth. They should be what? Self-evident, mean you know for yourself. Okay, go along with me, stay with me, that all men are created equal. And that's the truth. Still good. We're still on the right path. Now, that all are endowed with what? By their creator, the gift of life. Life is God's gift to man. What you do with it is your gift to him. So you have a choice, free will. Again, it's still on point with your creator. You have the inalienable right that among these are life, liberty, and the best part, in the pursuit of happiness. We are getting sold happiness for things and people that's not happiness. Happiness comes from within. I gave that lesson already. And on that note, I'm going to end this lesson because I got more for you. It's going to be the pursuit of happiness. No, I'm going to keep going. Let's go. In the pursuit of happiness, yoga philosophy, right? Thinking philosophy is not against the pursuit of happiness. No, no, no. In the world of time and space, no. However, so is a however, it does teach what? That the pursuit of happiness with the senses, the body, or attachment and dependency on what? Objects, situations in the world of human experience will what? Will inevitably lead you to disappointment, frustrations, and will not fulfill the deeper need of your soul. You will not gain spiritual enlightenment. You will not get better. You will not raise your conscious level. Okay? If all, if at all, they should what? They should be pursued, what's this? With what? an attitude, a positive attitude of what? Detachment and dispassion. I gave you a lesson. Detachment means take yourself out the scenario and deal with it for what it is. Dispassion is don't get caught up in it emotionally and deal with it for what it is. These are qualities of your character that you should master. Detachment and dispassion is the qualities of Anubis. Why? Your discernment. That's why. And every God and God aspect is an aspect of your character. I'm trying to get you, walking you through that because I'm about to present them to you in a minute too. So get ready. But watch this. Where we at? Positive attitude. Okay. Now, in reality, happiness does not, you ready? And cannot come from objects. I keep making that clear. I get a little excited. That can be acquired or from what? Activities that are performed in time and space. Sexual pleasures, making a bunch of money, hitting the lotto, all that. That don't, moving on, it can only come from where? Within. I told you that. It don't change. Even actions that what seem to be pleasurable, that's why I gave you that little lesson, in life cannot be considered as a source of happiness. Get your little thing off, ain't happiness, it's sexual pleasure from the philosophical point of view, because what? All activities are what? Relative. This means what? That one activity is pleasurable for one person, and that same activity can be painful for another. If your pleasure rely on somebody else's pain, you shouldn't have it. If stepping on somebody to get where you got to go, you shouldn't be able to get there. Okay, that's the difference. And this leads to what? The realization that it is not the activity itself that holds the key to happiness, but you, the individual non-doer who is performing the action and what? Assigning a, no, excuse me, the doer, because when you perform an action, what's this? I like this. The doer, performing action, and what? You're assigning a value to what? To it which she or he has learned from society. It's been drilled into you. It's been laid out for you. You do this to get that. He taught me that too. In society, to what? Assign. Okay. Learn from society. What? To assign the action and assuming what? A value to it, assign the value to it, which, okay, did that. So therefore, what happened? If it was learned that going out to a party is supposed to be fun, then what? That activity will be pursued as a what? Source of happiness for those who, I want to go to a party. Yeah, that's for the time you're there, it's going to be fun. But that ain't going to give you happiness. If you understand that, you can go party, have a good time. But don't think it's going to lead to happiness or one night love affair. I had a bunch of them too. Moving on. Here, action is what? Performed in what? In the pursuit of what? The fruit of the action in the form of what? Happiness disguised in happiness. But as a result is what? Desire. Because you want to, some people go out and don't have a good time. Why? The party was lame, didn't go out the way they wanted. But your anticipation, you pursue what? You're going to go have fun. But what is this? Now, happiness, where we at? You go out to a party and it's supposed to be fun because society said you will be pursued and the source that's happy. No, it ain't. Here, action is performed in the pursuit of what? The fruit of an action in the form of happiness. The result is desired from what? That action. However, there you go. There are several negative psychological factors which arise that will not allow what? True happiness to manifest. And what is that? The first is that the relentless pursuit of an action renders the mind what? Restless and agitated. Always looking to go. I gotta go. Where you go? I don't know. I just gotta go. I gotta go. Okay, it's party Saturday night. I gotta go out. Gotta go party. Okay, we got people who do that. Well, it's understandable. But now the second is what? Is that if the activity is not possible, stop me from going out. Now there will be what? Depression in the mind. Again, if the activity is throttled by some outside force, meaning that something or someone prevented you from achieving that object or of activity you saw as what? The source of happiness, what's going to happen? You develop, you ready? Anger. The ego kicks in toward it or them. If by chance, what you succeed in achieving your objective or the activity that you've seen become elated, what happens? You become elated, and this will cause what? Greed in the mind. So now you will what? Want more. When you have an ecstasy, that feeling, that dopamine, all you want is what? More. What it tastes like? More. What it feel like? More. Just give me more. Why? I want more. And more of it. Why? When you are not able, once they go, when you are not able to get more at any particular time, what happened? Now you will become depressed, and disappointed. I can't get more. It's all gone. That's it. No more. And therefore, under these conditions, what happens? A constant dependency on what? Outside activities and worldly objects develops in your mind, in which now will not allow for peace and contentment, because you're always looking for something, and when they don't come, you are depressed. And when it comes, you're happy. Back to that roller coaster serpent, even though it is what? Illogical to pursue what? Activities which cause pain in life. People are constantly acting against their own interests as they go. That's like the suicide, like self-destruction. You know it's wrong, you're doing it anyway. Now, the interest in what? They will engage in what? Actions in an effort to gain happiness, while what? In reality, they are enhancing what? You ready? The probability of encountering, you ready? More pain later on. People often act and shortly regret. This is the problem. Don't act and then shortly after you do it, regret it, what they have done. Side chicks, guys, soon as you get your pleasure relief, the first you think about, see? I'm just saying, that's an example. I ain't getting on nobody bragging about what they doing. I'm just using that as an example. Moving on. But sometimes people know, even, watch this, at the time of their action, that they are wrong, and yet what? They are unable to stop themselves. That's called lack of emotional control, lack of spiritual discipline, lack of integrity, lack of self-respect, lack of everything. Why? You know, solar farm. Sorry about that, so to speak. Let me wrap this up before I get caught up in this. Now, this is what? Because when the mind is controlled by what? The physical desires, and they come with expectations, the intellect, the light of reason is what? Clouded. You become dull-minded. You ain't really seeing, you ain't thinking right. However, when the mind is controlled by the intellect, right thinkers, then it is not possible for you to be led astray. Bam, that's the difference. Due to what? The fantasies and the illusions of your mind. You have control over them now. That's the concept of mastering your lower nature. When the individual is guarded by their intellect, then only what? Right actions can be performed. That's me. No matter what. Negative ideas arise in the mind. I don't care. The devil, I wish you would. Come on. I love being tempted. Why? To show you I ain't the one. That's why. I don't fear the devil. The devil's always busy. He always after me. Get after me. I dare you. See? Devil, get behind me. Such a person, let me wrap this up, cannot be deluded. Are you knowing thyself? My grandmother told me, baby, grandson, I got a 6th grade education, but you can't fool me. She lived to be 75 years old. God bless her soul. Now, negative actions, and when negative actions, which lead to what? Future pain and disappointments, are not performed, when you don't put yourself in that predicament, what happens? Then unhappiness cannot exist. Disappointment, self-failure, bad thoughts cannot exist if you're not performing bad actions. Sorry about that. Thus, let me wrap it up, taking it home. Thus, a person who lives according to Mayat, aka right thinking philosophy, to our teachings of what? Non-doership. We're non-doers. Why? We don't expect free reward for what we do for you. Without desire or expectations for the future results of their actions, what happened? You live a life of perpetual, you ready? Peace and happiness in the present time. That's called bliss or ecstasy. Hello, I'm gone. And right thinkers, in closing, may you all let it be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you passed away. I got more lessons for you, but right now I got to